50K plus in deals collected directly from YouTube without any ads or cold outreach, just organic content, is exactly what we did for Elliot in just about 5 months. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what we did, the strategy behind Elliot's channel, and the specific things that made it work. Now, it's important to note we didn't do this by changing his topics or his entire content strategy. We only did it by changing his packaging. And I'm going to show you what I mean right now. So I want to show you the receipts real quick first so you know that this is real. Here's a screenshot of him saying he collected 50K in projects from retainers, etc. We use that social proof. Here's another screenshot saying he collected a 15K deal. Sorry for not responding. Here's another screenshot of an intermission strategy, which I'm going to get to in this video. And then here's Elliot publicly reposting that we helped him hit this milestone. But to understand why this works so well, you have to know what Elliot does and why his channel was leaving money on the table. Elliot runs an AI agency and he sells AI automation services to businesses. And the thing about this niche is that it's exploding right now. So a lot of people are flooding into the market, which means even a lot of his older videos are still getting views. But here's the thing about business owners, especially if you're targeting the bigger ones, a lot of these people don't want to build AI automations themselves. Even if you show them exactly how to do it, they just don't have time for that. Their time is way too valuable. They just want to hire an expert to do it for them. So Elliot's job here is not to teach. It's pretty much to position himself as the undeniable expert in his niche so that they hire him as the agency. So the first thing we helped him out with was the thumbnails. His topics were extremely good. The titles were solid, but the problem was entirely with the packaging. And the first thing was the thumbnails. Look at these older thumbnails. The lighting on the headshots weren't great, and they have a little bit too much text. And on the right side is what we did with this current thumbnails. We have very minimal text. We have one main focus point. So as soon as you look at the thumbnails, you're looking at one specific thing. For this one, it's most likely going to be this middle area right here, his head, and also the text up here, which is very important. For this, you're probably going to look at over here. Like you're going to look at NNN, Telegram, which is what someone would be searching for. And they're going to see all this stuff. They're going to be like, okay, Google Calendar, Telegram, NNN. I need all these to automate what I'm trying to automate. I'm going to click this video, especially after reading the title, which matches it. And of course, for this thumbnail, you can see the main focal point is going to be over here. Use AI in Excel. Then we have the 3 logos that actually match it. And we even have some logos up here just to make it a lot more kind of pop out in a way. Like this thumbnail really pops if you go look at the channel. And then for this one, main focal point is going to be, once again, going to be like this area right here. It's going to be build AI receptionist and then ChatGPT on the phone. And then you're going to look to see his face. Because when viewers read or when they look at things, they look from left to right. And so it's important to realize that because if someone's looking at this thumbnail, they're going to look at the focal point first, start with $0. Then they're going to look at this, and then they're going to go here. Focal point here. We put that on the left side so that's easier for the viewer. And then in Telegram, left side, and then right side his headshot. Or same over here. Left side, text, icons for the AI tools, and then is his headshot. And then over here, same thing. Left side has all the main focal points. The right side is going to be his headshot. Because it's important to actually showcase to the viewer, especially in this niche, what tools you're going to be using and what this video is about. You want to paint the picture, but you don't want to copy the title. And I say this all the time, you want to think of your thumbnail as your storefront. If you have a bad thumbnail, no one's going to click no matter how good the topic is. Because there are just so many other creators with really nice thumbnails, really popping and engaging thumbnails that are just going to steal your click. And we didn't want that to happen, so we made these changes ASAP. So now when someone scrolls on the For You page, they're going to see these thumbnails and going to be like, okay, let me just click this video because this looks really nice. And scrolling down here, you can see he sent a screenshot saying this video hit way later in the year. Good work on this. And if I zoom in here, you can see pretty much it had 116K impressions, 9% CTR, by the way, and 15K views going up from there. This video hit after, from what I see, 120 days. And this is why I preach don't delete videos. I have this down here, or I preach don't delete videos. And yeah, it's insane. We even have like other people copying the thumbnail, which is completely fine. That's the game. Like that's the game of YouTube. Find what's working and then double down on it. And yeah, so that's just a way to show like the thumbnail is actually really working and it created a new trend, which is pretty crazy. Moving on is the intermission strategy, and this was one of the biggest factors in helping him book calls. And I noticed he didn't have this, so I sent him a message specifically about this. And what I said was you should add an intermission at the 1/3 mark of a video to very softly mention what you do for them, how you can help them, and a CTA to click the link below to work with you. Because this intermission is going to get those people with the low retention rate. Even if they don't watch the whole video, if they stick around for that first segment and they hear your CTA, at least they know what you do and how you can help them. So next time they see your face on the For You page, or next time they click on your next video, they already know what you do. They just want to spend more time with you. That's the whole goal of YouTube. Nurture, spend more time with the viewer. They're going to know, like, and trust you. And then they're going to click the link below to work with you. And especially because he's B2B, like he's getting thousands of views. One B2B view is worth 10 normal views. You have to understand this. Like one really highly targeted view is worth like hundreds or tens of normal views on like a regular video that's really general and broad. Because they're really highly targeted videos, the people clicking the video are really high quality leads. Meanwhile, on a really broad and general video, the people that click in that video are most likely not that high quality. Maybe you're gonna get like 1 out of 10 people, which means 10 normal views equal 1 really highly targeted view. And he mentioned here, that's a great idea. I'll do it for sure for the next one. Thanks, bro. And what you have to understand is not only does it catch the people with the low retention rate, but it catches a majority of people. A lot of people are not going to stick to the outro where they hear UCT at the very end. So you have to put that in the beginning because most people are going to hear that. And it doesn't have to be like 30 seconds to a minute long. It can be like literally 5 to 10 seconds. Just be very direct with what you're saying and then just get back to the video immediately. Just act like nothing happened. Now, next strategy, we did the editing. Now for the editing, the goal was just to make the video very engaging and keep the people watching throughout the video. But we didn't really go the strategy route that's like hyper edited like a Mr. Beast video. It needs to feel professional and authoritative. So I'm going to show you these examples, but when we started, like the editing was very minimal. In the AI space specifically, like the visual standard is super high. They love visuals so much. If you have so many of those, then it's going to be very engaging. But what you have to understand is that if your video editing looks really cheap, then people are going to assume that your services are cheap. They kind of go together. So for Elliot, we decided to go professional route, but also very visual. And I'm going to show you guys an example of what I mean by professional, but also very visual. And I kind of wish, before I show you guys, I kind of wish we added these types of animations in this specific style for these older videos. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I mean really quickly.
Hours a week doing this when I could have actually just paid one person to do it for me and I just saved 35 hours a week. Instead of delegating it to another employee, I have it run on the back end on its own. And the good news is that a majority of these systems don't actually require code unless you're building a very complex automation that plugs into many different things. Yeah, there might be a little bit of code involved, but
those types of animations, those do extremely well, especially for the AI niche. So you want to really double down on those types of animations and just AI kind of animations in general that scream AI but don't look like AI, if that makes sense. So that's an example of that. And this is the same video that blew up like 120 days later, or yeah, I believe it's days, 120 days later, something like that, which is pretty fire. Now I'm going to show you an example of what we did for this My Store video and how we kept it professional, but also very visual. And what we did is we leveraged a lot of B-roll. And if you have a lot of your own personal B-roll, like your own personal B-roll footage, a lot of images, I recommend you really create an assets folder like that, and then you just use that in your actual video. So here's what I mean by very visual.
Over a year and a half ago now, I was graduating college with a finance degree, and then I realized that is not what I wanted to do. So I took the risk and I took the jump, and I started my own AI development company, ManyFlow AI. And because of that, I was able to generate $27,000 last month. And in this video, I'm going to go over my journey, how I got to this point. And if you're new here, my name's Elliot. I'm a 25-year-old AI entrepreneur. I have an absolute passion.
So you can already see, like for that video specifically, it's very visual and it's very engaging. Like as soon as someone clicks that video, they're gonna be interested, they're gonna be hooked, especially because he's telling his personal story. That's what a personal brand is, not a value brand where you're just giving information. If you instill a lot of your personal life, your personal beliefs and everything, that is going to be your personal brand. But in B2B specifically, I guess you don't really have much of that. So I guess you're gonna eventually give a bunch of value, but you still wanna have as much like personal stuff in it as possible without it being like a B2C My Story kind of video. Unless it's like a specifically My Story video, just like that one. Now all this combined is exactly what helped Elliot collect over 50K in deals directly from YouTube Organic, and we only helped with the packaging. We didn't change his topics or his content strategy. So you don't always need a new content strategy. Sometimes all you need is just better packaging. So if you're a business owner making over 30K a month and you want help with your YouTube channel, whether it's with the strategy, ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, or posting, click the first link below to book a free call with my agency. We'll help you fix that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.